All right. What's up, everybody? We are back at it. There we go. I see a comment in the chat. We want an official thank you. I don't know what the thank you could be for. But we probably have some stocks to talk about today. If you guys are watching any particular tickers, let me know. Just kidding. It's GME. GME
Luke,
is.
can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir. Yes, sir. I hear you.
Oh my God. Should we start the show by, I don't know. It's a crazy day, Friday. What's the date today, Luke?
Today is the 22nd.
All right, the 22nd of January. That was a fast month, wasn't it?
It was a fast month. We still got another week.
You-
We still got another week. We still got another few dollars on GME.
All right, so yeah. So did Jason buy GME? Yes, he bought GME. Okay. And
And
I
can you
did
throw my screen
research.
up, producer Rohan?
I did research on GME and I can show it. And I bought it. I bought it, GME. I'll show it to you if you don't believe me. But listen to this. GME does have a story. There's a story there, and we're going to bring on a guest to talk about GME. But you guys know GME DD, Rod Alzmann, will be coming on the show. I think that name may ring a bell. They had a research report out with some other investors. Um, so, um, but we're not. But this, you guys, Luke, we don't have. You want to address the other stuff, Luke?
Yeah, I'll address the other stuff. We know that the trolling is coming. We worked for you guys. We're not going to have Ryan Cohen on. We're not going to have Roaring Kitty on. It's not for a lack of effort, guys. Again, I'm just putting it all out there. If that's what you're here for, you want to leave, go ahead and do that. But we reached out to every listed GME executive. We reached out to every listed GME board member. We reached out to investor relations. We reached out to PR. All right, and multiple channels for each. We did LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram when applicable. All right, it was a late night for producer Aaron doing all these reach outs, trying to bring these guys on for you. So we don't have them. We're going to keep trying. Hope to deliver on that next week. Again, we know that the trolling is in the way. But Rod Alzmann will be joining. I mean, he's the face of the $169 price target.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, we tried hard for I'm going to say all night and to bring on these people because you guys asked for it. And I apologize to the people that come to our show every day who aren't used to this GameStop discussion. And I know this, it's hard to chat because you guys have so many messages. Please don't do all the emojis things because that really hurts the conversation. We are here to talk about trade ideas, different ideas. And I know you guys are here for GameStop, but the emojis hurt the conversation. We tried our butts off. I've sent, I don't know, 16 messages through LinkedIn to get Ryan Cohen. I sent to friends. I even sent to people that I'm not friends with and who are like don't even like me or whatever. And I'm like, please, can you get Ryan Cohen? But we do have, we said Rod and maybe others that come in during the show if we can get them, and we'll bring those people on. But let's keep the chat going, talk about other ideas. I mean, so Lucas, you just did all those rocket ships. That ruins the chat. That you can't discuss things then. So you gotta please let's keep it going to discussion on stock ideas. You know what I mean?
And what I think is hilarious and is absolutely worth noting, because you guys can't see it, is that more than 60% of the comments yesterday were filtered out by YouTube/Google. that is like the true matter. We had, I think, 35,000 comments posted, and something only like 12,000 of them actually made it through the YouTube filtering. So even when you try to do it, it doesn't necessarily work like that. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so
other stocks on the radar. Again, we're going to talk GME. We're going to get into that one. Other names we're going to talk about today, ticker LOTZ. That's car lots. That converted today. The stock is not doing anything. I am a shareholder in it, so we're going to be making some moves on that stock. Voyager is the other one. Voyager Digital. That's one that it's getting cracked as a part of this crypto downtrend. So we're going to be talking about that position. And that's pretty much it on my list. Again, scrolling through all the tickers that I own here. Not a whole ton else is interesting, but those are at least two more that we're going to be getting into today.
Yeah. So do you want to bring on Rod? Are we ready for Rod? Or how about this? Here, I'll do this. Can I share my screen?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, I'm going to share my screen wherever my window is. Come on, Jason. There we go. It's right here. I'm an idiot. All right, toggle screen sharing.
And somebody's asking if we'll explain what a short squeeze is. Yes, we'll explain that.
Okay. All right, so I studied up a little bit on GME. There's a story here. I bought shares yesterday because you guys convinced me that I'm not seeing what's happening. So, you know, I like to follow smart people, and there's a couple people there's shorts on it, but the story isn't done yet. And I'll tell you this, Luke, Ryan Cohen, is a co-founder of Chewy. Two other people from Chewy's board, from Chewy, joined the board of GME, as people know. These guys are internet first. So there's a guy that was the founder of Jet.com. I can't think of his name right now. Walmart bought Jet for like billions of dollars, and he helped redo Walmart's online platform and made a substantial difference. So I love that the community brings ideas. Ryan Cohen and these two other guys are technology first guys. They're guys that have been around the block. And so what I think he saw when he got in the thing at $6, he saw a retailer that has an opportunity to win in the game of gaming, which is obviously a huge opportunity. So I think there's something there. I think there was something there with this, and I think that this story is definitely like not over because these guys have the experience with digital first. So Chewy, you may not know Chewy that well, but Chewy is dog delivery. My wife orders for it. We just got a dog, order from it, and it's a great experience. So that is a huge bet, and that's why I think we worked so hard to get Ryan Cohen. And I actually appreciate you guys letting us know about this one. So you guys can slam the like button for your efforts yesterday to let us know about GME. Slam the like button because you did a good job in letting us know. I am going to buy. I'll buy another 100 shares of it. We'll see what happens. But I believe in the whole Ryan Cohen and the two other board members who I don't know who they are. But I just bought another 100 shares. I'm betting on these two other guys and Ryan to revamp the digital offering of GME. That is what I'm betting on. It's a momentum play. It's a momentum and revamping it. So, I didn't buy yesterday, Shane Parker. So Shane Parker said this fool didn't buy yesterday. All right, Shane. Let's see if Shane's right that I didn't buy yesterday. This fool. Why do people call people names though? I don't get that. Be nice. Kill people with kindness. Life is short. This fool.
Is it okay if they call you nice names?
Yeah, but why do you call me a fool? I bought yesterday. He's or whatever, but he says I didn't buy yesterday. Okay, so all right. So now I'll have to share my screen again because Shane Parker calls me names and hurts my feelings. All right. Let's go. How do I toggle screen? All right, and then we'll bring on the guest. Who's the guest, Luke, again?
We're going to have Rod Alzmann coming on. GME DD.
All right, so make the font bigger. Okay. All right, so Shane Parker. Because of limits and doing this show, I can't really buy bigger right now. I can't. So this looks like an executed order yesterday. Market, 100 shares. All right, Shane. So yeah, that's the story. So Shane, I accept your apology. You can bend at the knees. All right, let's go on to let's go on to the next thing, the guest that knows the stuff. And Shane, thanks. We're gonna bring on to let him in. I'm gonna put up the research. I'm gonna share my screen again. Let's go toggle screen sharing. 1 second. Okay, we're gonna show you something. We're gonna show you a research report. And then we're going to get into the other stocks too, guys. So it's not going to be just this. But I'm going to pull up the GameStop research report from GME. Can you see that?
We see it, but it's sized for ants right now. So any ants in the audience could read it. If you're not an ant, it might be a little small. Can you give us some zooms?
Oh, my God, Lukey. Okay, and guys, if you've been watching the show every day and you guys use Benzinga Pro for real-time news, Luke, I want you to show Benzinga Pro as well. But I want to show you the GME
and I've got to show you guys the short interest chart that we looked at yesterday to see how many shares are available.
I don't think you can even short GME in America right now.
There are zero. I use Interactive Brokers, but it has amazing short locate. It's maybe not as good as a couple other ones, but for the mainstreams, it's got the best. and there are 0 right now.
Shane Parker just put an apology and a mea culpa out. He said, I just saw Luke buy yesterday. My apologies, kind sir. So Shane, give us some likes. Tell your friends, respect. But listen, I'm always open to listening to ideas. I may not have seen it at first, but then when I did the research and I saw how you guys, there's a million pet food sites. Actually, I started a pet food site like 20 or 10 years ago, MVP Express, because pet food's hard to deliver. It's heavy. It's shipping costs. Anyone that can execute and out execute Amazon on it is someone I am interested in. I may not know the whole story. It's like, Luke, some of those stocks that I bought, when I bought Tesla or Upwork, people didn't know the story. The numbers weren't there to support Tesla and Upwork, but the vision was, and I don't know exactly what their plan is, but I know the people. So now let's bring on Rod. Is Rod here?
Yep, let's bring him on. Let's go. First air horn of the day. Y'all know I love my soundboard. As much as you might not like it, I can't help myself.
Wait,
Rod, what's up, man? Welcome to the Power Hour, baby.
Rod, before you go, hey, how are you? I want to address one thing in the chat. Someone says, if you don't understand GME, why don't you buy it? When I bought Tesla stock and I see this car on the road, I didn't understand the stock, but I liked the car. I liked what they're doing, and hopefully the trend follows. And eventually it did. So I buy a lot of stuff that I don't fully get the story because you can the cool thing about the stock market, guys, and that's why I like it better than real estate. You can always sell. It's a lot more liquid than real estate. So buying and selling. Okay, now Rod, how are you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming on.
Doing pretty good. Lucas, your buy yesterday looked pretty good. Those 100 shares are up, what, almost 50%?
Woo! All right, let me pull it up. I'm looking. Yeah, so, okay, we're about 50%. $41. We touched 60 just a second ago. But yes, I've, like I said yesterday, I've never seen so much energy in an individual name. and the first crypto wave, the second crypto wave, the 3D printing stocks, all of them. So yep, I'm in it.
And Luke, did you end up getting any calls too, or just the common?
Just the common.
Got it. Just the common.
Hey, look, this you guys are talking about this as a momentum thing, and I would say you may want to look out to 2023 for some of those calls, because this is a long-term story. This is a re-rating story. This is a completely different company than it was a week and a half ago, in my opinion.
And yeah, let's hear the story. That's why we're so glad you could join us today. Like we said, we don't know the story fully. Jason, it sounds like he did some research last night. I didn't. I was just reading all the Reddit comments.
I did. Yeah,
but fill us in, and for all of our normal listeners who aren't the GME crowd, they need to know.
Luke, I was about to book a Delta plane and find Ryan Cohen. That's how much research I did. I was hardcore. But yeah, go ahead, Rod. You know it better than us. Let's go.
Yeah, I've been invested since 2017. I've spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours personally and in collaboration with a lot of other small retail investors. So we know this thing like the back of our hand. And, look, when I first got in, it was not the same thesis that it is today, but let's bring it fully up to present. Jason, you were talking about Ryan Cohen being added to the board, Alan Atal from Chewy, Jim Group from Chewy. So you got 3 members of the Chewy team that have been added to GameStop's board after there was I called it a bloodless coup, is how I termed it on Twitter, the settlement last Sunday. So the board is going to change pretty significantly. Ryan, of course, is the largest shareholder, and I think he laid out a teaser of what his vision is going to be in that letter he wrote to GameStop's board in November. So, look, what we did at GMEDD.com is on behalf of a group of, a loose collective of retail investors. And let me be clear, I'm a small fry. I have a few thousand shares, some call options. I'm not a millionaire, billionaire, whatever. But we wanted to fight back against what we perceived to be some misinformation campaigns being run by those aforementioned billionaires and millionaires. So we put out this content, and look, do your own due diligence is what I say. Don't just buy some stock because some guy tells you to. Read into it, understand what's going on, look forward. And that's the big thing. These people are looking backward, and they're looking at dismal financials on face value. You see some pretty poor income statement results. There's some non-cash items in there, goodwill written down, asset impairments. Okay, great. GameStop hasn't blown it out of the water in the past, but we need to look at what is it? It's a company that is at the nexus of physical. They basically tie everybody together in the gaming space, right? They have relationships with Microsoft, with Sony to distribute their product with the publishers. Now, we all know that physical gaming is diminishing over time, but that's not their only business. And that doesn't mean that they can't pivot and use the cash flow they're going to generate over the next few years. So I think Hedgeye did a good job bringing it to light to some folks who otherwise hadn't been looking at it in the past month or two. So kudos to those guys. I think Keith McCulloch was actually talking about last night the big hedge fund manager who fired him, who presumably is among the big shorts here, because you can't really talk about it without talking about this really strange short interest that's going on. So, look, I just rambled on for a second, but it's a lot to unpack, and there is a lot to the story. It's not just a meme stock. I'm invested for the long term. I'm not here to make a couple bucks on a flip. I've been in for years, and I plan on being in for years.
Got it. Now, and GameStop's one of these things. How often do you make big trades like this or get so passionate about a trade? Have you ever created a website and done this before on other issues that were being targeted or what have you?
No, look, I never thought that I would do something like this. And let me be clear that this is a team effort, and I'm not going to dox the people that I've worked on this with, because for the time being, I'm the only person who's, I think, there's a couple others out there, but I'm one of the ones who's been most loud and vocal and public with my name attached to it, and I'm fine with that. And, if people want to come and attack me, and, well, I hope you don't send pizzas to my house, like it seems like it's happened to some of these other people. But, we feel like people are disrespectful towards smaller players purely because they don't have the pocketbook to back it up. And that doesn't mean that we're unintelligent or wrong. And look, we put this due diligence up purely to foster discussion. We wanted to foster discussion with our viewpoint of how the future could look based on all the known information that Ryan and team have put out in that letter, that the existing legacy management team has put out with their GameStop reboot strategy. Look, it is a profoundly different company today than it was a few years ago already, even before Ryan Cohen. There's a lot to the story. GameStop is a cyclical company by its nature. If you look at the stock chart, you can see it based on the console cycle. Video gaming is a huge TAM. It's going to be over $200 billion globally in a few years. Now, there are subsets of that. There's mobile, PC, console. And a lot of people lump it all together and say, oh, everything's going digital. Who's buying video games on a disc anymore? And they immediately poo-poo and say GameStop's Blockbuster 2.0. They had a new CEO come in 2019, George Sherman. So his team has done a great job slashing SG&A. Look, GameStop was a creation of a lot of years of M&A. They bought Funko Land back in the day, Babbage's, EB, in 2005, I think it was, Electronics Boutique. So they had a massive bloated physical footprint that worked in the days of all your media being consumed physically, and it just simply didn't work in today's day and age, where physical is going to take a smaller share of the pie. But that doesn't mean that the pie is going away altogether. So they've, over the last year and a half, been closing stores, been densifying the store footprint, that legacy footprint. I'm sure you guys probably remember years ago, you're walking through a mall and you see GameStop here and EB Games there, and it's like, Jesus, how many stores do they need? Well, look, I see people like Kramer's, and I saw Citroen yesterday incorrectly. They keep saying it's a mall-based retailer. Well, it's actually 90% strip mall domestically. So it's not the same lease obligation or foot traffic whims of a mall-based retailer. So look, I can go on and on for hours about this. You can tell I'm pretty passionate about it, but there's a lot more to it. It's a new management team. They've pivoted. They are slashing costs. They realize that they need to be digital first. And I think Ryan and co being added to the board just straps a rocket engine on it.
Yeah, and I love the comment that you made about the retail investor, that they often get written off. Like our whole mission at Benzinga, I mean, we started 10 years ago with the goal of leveling the playing field. That's what it was, right? We saw that a Bloomberg terminal costs literally $25,000 a year to have a real-time news feed. And that's where we made, okay, let's make a real-time news feed. Let's make it available to TD Ameritrade. Let's make it available to people, because it's like, yes, the retail investor gets written off. And a lot of times the retail investor can find things that the institutions won't look at.
That's so true. It's like take it back. It's like it was so unfair. At one point, people on Wall Street got news before everyone else, and Bloomberg still has some of those advantages. Benzinga Pros, which we do, Rod, is like our answer to Bloomberg. It's our answer to Bloomberg. Bloomberg I mean, they won't even sell people that know us subscriptions because they think that we're a competitor. I mean,
Yeah,
Bloomberg does
people
$5
who
billion.
have like commented about us before have had their Bloomberg subscriptions terminated. It's crazy.
Isn't that crazy, Rod?
For my day job, I do have a Cap IQ subscription, so I find that there is still information asymmetry advantages that people who are willing to pay can get. But by and large, you can find anything and everything free of charge in a lot of places today as a small retail player. And there are advantages, I think, to your point of some paid services to get some, maybe they can scan and filter and do it in a way you can't, but it's a different world. It's crazy.
Yeah, there are advantages of subscriptions because there's no advertisements and all that. People use our Benzinga Pro, but I get what you're saying. Like people want to silence, and you want your voices heard, and it's the same thing with us. We want to grow against the big companies that have been around for years. We want to grow and innovate, and when you get a guy, and we say Ryan Cohn, but these two other board members to come on the board of this company,
Yeah,
it means something because you don't want to be on the board of a company. Yeah, I was asked to be on a board of a company, and I evaluated what do I think it'll be in 3 years, what it'll be in 5 years, and is the management willing to listen? And it means something if you're willing to listen. It truly does. And to make asymmetric returns in the market, Rod, I think you have to make asymmetric, but you have to make bets that are against the norm and early before the vision is really played out. I mean, that's people didn't know when Costco started. They didn't know they're going to go across the country, So. Yeah, it's my take.
Yeah, and Daniel in the chat says he loves you.
Thanks, Daniel.
One question that I always ask whenever anybody's giving a stock thesis is timeline. What would be your expectation where we start to see the strategy change start to trickle down to financials, that sort of thing?
So the financials are going to be very interesting. One thing I'll share, and I discovered, interestingly, that you can discern some interesting information from GameStop's ongoing sales results if you just look really closely. I won't go into detail on it, but I've been putting out a financial model, modeling out 4Q financials, given that insight that I was able to uncover. And I've been putting it out on Twitter for a while now, and I was pretty spot on with the comp and the total sales results for the holiday sales update. I think they ended up coming in with the comp result in the mid-single digits up. I called for low single digits, and the total sales, I called for a high single-digit decline. They came in low single-digit decline. So it was pretty close. And that's straight from just crowdsourcing data from passionate small retail investors to put together different pieces of the puzzle. Now, I also have access to some data that is paid that I've gotten to help paint the full picture. But look, this is just a truly unique situation. I know you guys were talking about the short interest, and it's honestly baffling. I pinged you, Jason, a chart that I had tweeted out from Cap IQ with the historical short interest. I don't know if you guys can put that up on the screen, but it really just paints a picture of how this cyclical company, was basically left for dead. Look at what the market cap was. Look at what the stock price was. It was in the low single digits. It was left for dead for the last year. And it wasn't until August when Ryan Cohen basically said, hey, I see something here. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. He filed a 13D. He went to, I think it was initially 9% share ownership. He basically became the largest investor of the company seemingly out of the blue. And, look, so you got it up on the screen. You see the company's been around for decades. The console cycle, you see the blue line is the market cap. So you see back in 08, in 13, 14, you see the prior peaks coinciding with the new console launches. I'm talking about PlayStation 3 and 4 and now 5 and Xbox's commensurate product. But you see the current management has bought back a lot of shares over the last year and a half. So the orange-yellow line, shares outstanding, you see that that's come down significantly from over 102 million down to the fully diluted 69 and change that we're at now. Yet look at the green line. That's short interest. So this whole blockbuster thesis, this whole they're going away, no one's going to buy physical games, this thing's been around for decades. I know in my research, I've gone back to 2010. And I'm sure there's stuff from even before then with people kind of comparing them. I mean, Blockbuster didn't go under till about then, so I guess it makes sense. But this whole thesis that physical gaming, console gaming is going away is not something new. And look at how heavily the shorts made their bet in going into this cycle. I mean, I've tried to find comparables in financial market history of companies where there's been a durable short interest on par with shares outstanding. And you guys are more knowledgeable about me. I've never found something like this. So these guys are highly convicted on their side of the argument. I think that the long players, including Ryan and co, are highly convicted in their side. It's going to take time to see results. You're going to see fourth quarter results come in, let's say 2.2 or so billion, 2.25 is kind of my take right now, a little bit below the street's mean, the median I think I'm closer to. So it's going to take time to implement all these changes. But one thing I'll say, look, you made the point, Jason, if you're going to join a board, it's a company you think that's going to be around for years. You're not going to join a board of a company that don't have a business in a year. What? Say that again?
Halted, right? Is that what we're seeing right now?
Checking my Benzinga Pro real quick. Rod, what do you think the price is right now? Wow. Since you've been on, guess what the price is?
Sorry, I cheated. It was 60 when I started talking.
Rod, what'd you say?
No, I was saying I looked at my Apple Watch. I cheated.
Yep. Yeah. Can you switch me over, producer Rohan?
You're live.
All right. We got Benzinga Pro up. We've got shares halted on circuit breaker up 69%. That triggered at 12:41:02. Somebody in the chat correct me. I believe the circuit breakers are 5-minute halts. They may be 10-minute halts. We'll get an official reopening time from NYSE in a second here. I see a comment in the chat.
Is that Benzinga Pro, Luke?
Yes, sir. This is Benzinga Pro. Pro.benzinga.com. All my real-time market news. Way cheaper than a Bloomberg. If you guys want to try it, it's pro.benzinga.com, 2-week trial. But I've got a question in the chat asking what a halt means. Basically, it means that the stock is moving so much that the exchange essentially thinks that something may be wrong or something's going on, and so they basically pause it. Right? They say stop, take a breather. We're going to clear out the order book. Then everybody's going to line back up. We're going to figure out what price we're going to reopen this thing at and resume trading again. It's not unusual for a stock when it gets halted once on it's called a circuit breaker is what the term that's used when a stock gets halted when it's moving like this. It's not unusual to see it be halted like several times throughout the day. So we just got the first one today. Again, stock up 69%. We'll see when we reopen. I would imagine it's going to be 12:46. Again, somebody correct me if this is a 10-minute halt instead of a 5-minute halt. But that's the move with GME right now.
Why do they halt at 69%?
Well, that's my pin on my computer.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's my
We have a 169 bull case price target.
I saw that. Creative.
Oh my God.
Like Elon's, what was it? The 420 funding secured on Tesla. So.
Look, this is I was in the chat yesterday when you guys it was going crazy, and I think it is really crazy the fervor that's going on around this stock. It's a variety of things, and I'm not trying to talk about this whole concept of some short squeeze because my thesis is based on fair market value. It has nothing to do with this strange situation we find ourselves in. But fair market value, you've got to look forward, not backwards. And I think the issue here is the sell side for years now on GameStop's been looking backwards. And I said this to some of my close friends and consorts, and I said Monday, after this settlement came out, I am more convicted in the GameStop bull thesis at $20 now than I was in the summer at $5, given all known information. So if that doesn't tell you that the game has changed and the story's changed if somebody's been in this for years, I don't know what to say. It's mind-blowing, though, how quickly this re-rating is occurring, because that's what I chalk it up to. This is not covering. I mean, look, the daily short algo providers, there's a couple of them out there, they aren't showing any signs of covering. So to me, this looks like incremental long accumulation, people buying into the go-forward thesis. That's all it is to me.
Yeah. And you brought up the short interest argument. I'm just going to throw this one out here. Yesterday we showed that Interactive Brokers had 1 million shares available to short sometime in the middle of the night, and it dropped down to 100,000 when we were on the show yesterday. We went from 200,000 early, 7 a.m. to now zero, literally zero shares available to short from IBKR.
Wow, what a story, Rod.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you coming on and talking about this. And if you think there's anyone else that we should talk to about GameStop, let us know or introduce us. We just want to tell the fair story and both sides. That's what we do, and we try to do a lot of research. We're about 90 people here, but again, we're trying to take on the Bloombergs of the world, and we need your help to do it. We need you guys, and we're a financial news source, and we reinvented how news was done about 5 years ago, and we're still not there to what our goal is, but we want to always tell both sides.
Yeah, well, look, thanks so much for giving me a platform and an opportunity just to tell, as a small retail investor, my perspective of why I think that it's a good investment for the long term going forward. It's not Blockbuster 2.0. So thanks so much, guys, for having me on. And I hope that you guys get a chance to speak with Ryan. I look forward to hearing more from him publicly in the months to come.
We have to get Ryan. I mean, I was so dedicated last night to getting Ryan. I went to so many different people, and people that I met in Florida, people that would know him. I had a restaurant owner.
And
that
we're
was in there
reopened,
before.
guys. We might get halted again. It looks like it's really close to that second circuit breaker. But sorry, keep going.
So GameStop is open. GME is open for trading. It could get the second circuit breaker. But yeah, I was trying it all. The guy, I couldn't get a hold of him yet, but I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'll tell you that. I think if you talk it out loud, you breathe it into life, and hopefully we'll get him. If you guys have an avenue to him, let us know. You can follow me at Jason Raznick on Twitter and DM me, or Benzinga and DM us. We'll bring him on anytime, any hour, any minute to hear a little bit more about the thesis, or the two other board members from Chewy. They both have great stories. I mean, these guys are successful people that take concentrated bets, and I like that, and I like to hear the vision of it. I mean, guys, when Jeff Bezos was doing tech books, the stock went down from $100 to $10, right? And people thought I was going under and whatever. Look where Amazon is at today. I'm not saying that's what GameStop is. I'm just saying when people don't believe something that they can't see sometimes. They can't see it, so they don't want to believe it. And they just say, there's no way. So I like looking at those things and trying to find opportunities when other people don't. And that's what you guys are doing. So, and if you have other stocks that you find interesting that people are counting out, let us know. We want to hear both sides on anything.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. It's been a pretty life-changing experience for a lot of the folks that have been around since $4 a share. So those of us that are in this GameStop bandwagon, so to speak, we'll have to look for some more gems. Interesting things happen when you dig deep.
Yeah. I mean, so we're news, but we have a news, but me and Luke on the show, we make trades. So we make trades. So that's why it's a little different, and we disclose it. We don't do anything not that people don't. So that's the only thing different. Our news thing, if you guys are looking at Benzinga Pro News, you're not going to see I just bought GameStop. It's not that. It's news. On the show, it's fun for the show, and we make trades. But just to be clear. So yeah, Rod, stay in touch. If you have any other stocks like this, or maybe you'll come on next week and get an update on GameStop. So thank you, man. It's been great.
Sounds
and just appreciate you being open to put some words out about the company. So thank you.
Thanks very much for having me, guys. I will be continuing to tweet about GameStop at Rod Alzmann if you want to give it a go.
Yep, Aaron, put that in the chat, please. We put your Twitter name in the chat a few times, but please put Rod's chat name in the chat again. Aaron, thank you very much. All right.
Yeah, and the
Rod,
website, GMEDD.com. Thanks, guys.
Oh yeah, GMEDD.com. I shared that. I had that up on the screen before. I had the website up, but GMEDD.com. All right, Rod. We'll talk to you later, buddy. Thanks.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Okay, that was Rod Alzmann. Luke, you're not on. Just so you know, Luke, you're not on.
All right, new high just made in the stock.
I gotta show people something. New high, and I own the stock. Look at the swag store, swag.benzinga.com. Look what they created. We don't make money on this store. These are at cost prices, basically. So you got a rocket ship. You got one of us. Okay. GameStop. These are funny. GameStop. What? My alarm just went off. GameStop emoji. GameStop. We have another guest waiting to come on. So Benzinga Detroit. But yeah. So if you get a chance, check out the swag store. thanks again for Rod coming on. That was awesome. I just like people to say their side of the story. You know what I mean, Luke?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what we're all about, right? The reason why we do the show, I start every single day except for, I think, literally today with the point of the show, which is to be the best trade idea resource out there. I mean, that's what we're doing. Oh, halted again. We're halted again, guys. 12:50 in 1 second, so we're going to reopen at 12:55 in 1 second. But the point of the show, getting back to it, is make this the best trade idea resource out there. That's what the ideas are for. We want to bring on as many people as we can. We want to get ideas out of the chat. And we actually have a next guest lined up who we're going to slam into some more ideas. We want to get both sides of the story. We want to find stocks. We want to make some money together, and let's make this the most fun trading show out there.
And thank you to Ty Tia for a $49.99 super chat. That's appreciate that. Shows the hard work of our producer Rohan doing this stuff in our team. So thank you. All right, bring on the guest.
All right. We got CJ Beach Trader. What's up, man? Welcome to the Power Hour. We are glad to have you here. There's the second air horn of the day. Coming into all this GME madness. Are you looking at that one at all?
Not right now, but let me just open up with a what's up and a go blue. But
there we go.
Go blue, yeah.
U of M.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, there you go.
No,
Love
Jason's go blue, but
Oh, not just Jason.
yeah. So
you got me.
I
was there too.
I was there too,
Yeah.
and with your brother Brian. But it's a long story. But yeah, so ask me anything.
Wow.
So
All right, give us some tickers. What are some names you're looking at, and why are you looking at them? Let's just jump straight into it.
The why is what I'd like to focus on. So for me, I've been doing this for like 20 years, and to me, and I really enjoyed that interview you guys had before about the retail trader, and I was listening to about Jason about being early, and to me, everything is just finding things early. So right now, we have, Kathy Woods discussing aerospace. Obviously, you have the electric vehicle movement, which is really, the whole clean energy movement really been solidified by Biden coming in. You have the psychedelic space, which is kind of waking right now. You had an ETF launch today. So discussing the retail investor, what we can do, you guys are doing great, make a level playing field is so much of what we do was just being early. So you want to talk about some tickers, you have MindMed in the psychedelic space, you have Vizzle in the aerospace.
All right, wait. You're sorry. I'm not as fast as you.
MindMed.
So
MindMed. Luke, put up a pro thing, MindMed. So that's MindMed is Kevin O'Leary and this other guy, and then Bruce Linton is involved too. We had MindMed on our small cap conference. I don't know if you saw it.
That's MMEDF, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. And yes, 2 days ago they announced the LSD study with whatever. So with LSD and something else. I don't know.
With ecstasy, basically, but yes.
yes.
But that
so what do you think about that one?
That whole space, I mean, just in general. So you'll have your leaders, you'll have that, but so much of what we do is just finding, the next place. So you have one or two leaders, you have that, you have CMPS, but basically what I try to do is basically this. I just read the world news, okay? Because it's out there for everyone. It's free. And you guys do a great job, spreading it around. And then eventually you just take that news and you apply it to the stock that best fits. So in my off time, this is what people don't see. They see the action, they see the daytime, things are moving. Everything I do is during my off time, nighttime, research. Where does, the theme meet the chart? That is everything to me. And, I'm a little blessed. I've been doing this for a while, so you learn some patterns, you learn recognition, you learn kind of what they say the crowd wants, but so much, and that's why I like what Jason said, it's just about finding things early. And the retail investor, you can do it. We can be as good as them, if not better, because for us, it's just a passion. It's natural. And let's just say someone like me, you've been offered, okay, join this pro, join this and that, but the retail investor, you can be, your own boss. And if you really take the time, to dig and read, and I enjoyed what the guy you had on before, he obviously does his due diligence. I mean, that's key. And there's nothing more rewarding than when you see your idea from here come to fruition in terms of a stock, and you can trade it, you can swing it, you can do whatever you want. But, it truly is now more so than ever the retail investor's world, especially after they changed it and they made it no fees. I think that was truly a game-changing idea.
Yeah. And I love what you're talking about with putting the time into it. There's I would say there's only one recurring theme across the guests that have been in this for a while and have had success for an extended period of time. And it has nothing to do with the charts. It has nothing to do with the trading styles, the research styles. It's the putting the time in. It's like time and time again. We'll get guests saying, "What are you doing at 10 p.m. on Friday?" I'm not watching Game of Thrones.
BTM, I could be watching Bill Maher while researching stocks. I'm watching the Knicks game. I'm looking up everything. Right? You got to put you got to put the time in the off time, and it just you come every day. I tell this to people because I speak to so many people on the side. I try to mentor them because all I really want to do is give back. I feel like we truly are the luckiest people alive because to me, this is like brain candy. I try to focus on the process first. And then the money, let that be your reward. But, yeah, I mean, you put in the time, you just see things, you learn things, you see patterns in a chart, you see stock recognition, you see, your ideas come to play. So everything is, is putting in the time and the off time. And then during the day, let's just say we get news, I'm just making something up. The U.S. does an electric vehicle credit. It does this and that. Your speed, your acumen is everything. So I am so prepared because of what I do in the off time to react quickly in the daytime. Because we all like to be early. Chasing kills. Nobody wants to chase. So everything adds up, whether you realize it or not. There was you mentioned Elon Musk in that 420, I remember that. But he had a great motivating interview. Is the person who works 80 hours a week versus the person who works 40, they're double prepared, and it adds up. So I don't believe in luck. I believe in chance meeting opportunity. And that's everything. And that's what we do. And you got to be prepared.
Yeah, and I'll stop harping on this point and get back to stocks in a minute. But yeah, that Elon Musk quote that I work 80 hours a week because I'm getting twice as much done as the guy who works 40. I mean that's like my I'm not a huge motivational quote guy, but that's the one that I love and live by.
Yeah, that and the Rocky one, just get up. Because let me tell you something, I mean we all do. So much part of this game is failure. You have 10 plays, maybe 7 work, 5 work. So much is your mental energy as well. You have to embrace failure in this game, in this world, because if I can fail everywhere once, that would be great. That was how I learned, and I embrace it. And then you take your failure at night time, I look at what could I have done, where it went wrong. So failure really is truthfully the best teacher.
Absolutely, and let me ask you this. So when you're finding, stocks or sectors to investigate and look into, do you concentrate it? Do you recommend concentrating it on one specific area? Do you cast the wide net and then boil down from there? Like how do you recommend people go about?
Well, that's a good question because, we're in a market now that's a little different. The closest it reminds me to is a little bit the .com, but it's a little different because it's across many sectors. So usually I more try to focus on a sector or two, and I love a narrow focus. Like, let's say when marijuana stocks years ago, not now, they only had 5 or 10 plays. So much is money flow, be it the big fund, be it the small retail investors. And when you have a short, narrow focus, all the money goes into a few plays. So that's why you saw, especially years ago, be it CGC, ACB, some other ones, Tilray, they get bid up quickly. You see that now in the psychedelic space. There's really only a handful of plays. So I try to really, you can get pulled all over the place. Everything's moving. So much of what we do is focus. We only got so much mental energy. Even though we're all, think we're geniuses, but your mental energy is everything. So you can't be in everything at every time. So I try to limit it to like 3 or 4 sectors at most. Truthfully, I like 2 or 3, but right now it's a different market, so you always have to be fluid and adapt. But yeah, I more look for a narrow focus within a theme because everything has to go into such a few plays. So you have that with psychedelic, you have that with aerospace. You had it with electric vehicle. It's kind of expanding right now. Lithium is another one, still a narrow focus.
I love lithium.
LAC are some symbols. Then you see the juniors come along, but so much is learning a space. So I'll spend my off time researching every stock there is.
Yeah, let's talk about lithium for a second. Can you just give us the quick why you like the space? And you mentioned LAC as a ticker. Do you think that's best in breed? Would love to get some insight there.
I mean, probably now, especially after the recent news. But yeah, I mean, that was one I followed for years, and I traded for years, and I swung for years, and it's anytime you're on something early, this is a great thing, and sometimes it's you're in too early, you sell a little early, but lithium I've been following for so long, waiting for the movement, because I mean, loosely said, let's just say that's the new oil, that's the fuel for the green revolution. So LAC is a major player, and right now it's starting to get found. So I think that one, and here's another change I've noticed. Once that stock was about 12 or 13 and options were available, that was a sign of the next leg. So that was something else I could point out to a retail investor or anyone doing this is when you see a small cap, that was a $2 or $3 stock for years and it cycled 2, 5, 7 up and down, with everything. But when you see options available in your stock, that's a sign that it's probably going to the next level.
Okay, I like that one.
What do you when you see options available? What do you mean by that? Because there's the market makers put options available
for a year. I mean, I followed LAC for years when it was a OTC stock. You traded in Canada and here, and then eventually went to the big boards, and then like anything, that's why I related to what you said. We try to find them early, the retail investor, and there are ones that you do your diligence and they do make it, and it's not easy. It's not easy hanging in early on, but usually a sign that it's going to go to the next level is for a lot of the institutions funds, they like to trade via options. So when you see a small cap stock, a mid cap stock, all of a sudden you got calls available, and then you see, I'll just tell you this, LAC, I have 35 August calls, I just sit there and park and wait, it's a way for still the retail investor to get in. And to me, it's just recognition of what's going to happen. It's just a sign. So, it makes it a little more legitimate when you see calls. I mean, yeah, that's a better way to say it. You see, you can play many ways, and you need the shorts, you need everything. You see puts, you see calls, but that to me is just, and I'm still learning. I've been doing this 20 years. The best part is my learning never stops, and it's truly the best part of what we do.
And real quick, for the GME crowd out there, we did halt for a third time. Like I said, when we get halted on a circuit breaker once, we're probably going to get several of them throughout the day. So we now got our third. Stock's going to reopen at 106 in 37 seconds.
Luke, can you quickly tell people why it's all halting?
Yeah, so really quick, these halts that we're seeing are called circuit breakers, right? This is by the exchange, and basically what it means is that the stock has gotten too hot, right? The exchange thinks that whoa, something wacky is going on with the price, something wacky is going on with the volume. It's moved way too much, too quickly, and so basically they say, all right, everybody's going to take a breather. We're going to stop. We're going to clear out the order book. We're going to let all the buyers and sellers line back up, figure out what price we're going to reopen this thing at, and then we're off to the races again. So it has nothing to do with the company itself. It's literally just has to do with the trading activity. It's the exchange saying, whoa, this is too hot. We're taking a breather here, and we're going to start trading again. And typically when you see one circuit breaker, this is the first thought that I had when I saw that first one cross is we're going to get a ton of them today. Because if it's that volatile that they're halting it, they might do it several times. So there's the deal. All of these circuit breaker halts are 5-minute halts. So whenever you see the trading stop, add 5 minutes right down the time, say +5, and there you go. That's when the trading will resume.
Got it. Okay, good. I have a quick question. Beach Trades. That's your Twitter name. I'm using Beach Trades. You guys follow them on Beach_trades. My question is, when you really are strongly believe in something, a stock, are you normally always buying options, or do you buy the common, or do you buy both?
That's a great question. So initially, I'm starting, and this is the brilliant thing of no fees as well, because, you have to be fluid. I adapted, so how I traded years ago is a little different now. So, I mean, I traded it when the fees were $15 and we came down to $10, $5, $2.95, $1. So now, I mean, I can really nibble away with zero commission. So I'll slowly build a position, kind of pyramid it up because there's no fees, and I can be very fickle. So it's a retail trader's world now, especially more so. So I'll do that, and then I'll look to see, and this is also with options. If you can buy an option when your stock is red, that is everything, because you never want to chase as a retail investor or any investor. So I try to, take a core position, and then if I believe in the theme, I'll try to kind of add when it's red, because I can be wrong, anyone could be wrong. If you can build a position when it's red, your risk reward changes dramatically. This is what, I try to teach people, I preach to people.
Okay.
As much as, it's tempting, do not chase. Chasing can kill an account. If you can change, everything we do in life is risk reward. So I really try to build a position, believe it or not, when it's flat or red. And in terms of options, let's just say, everyone has limited funds or liquidity. I can use that to amplify a position. I did it today. Obviously the sector is moving. CBAT was a position. I kind of saw the sector moving when the stock is at 7. I just hammered the calls, hammered it far out. So one, I have time. I have the 7:50 and 10 calls. So I don't know, I was before lunch, now the stock's at 8. But it's just a great way to enhance a position without using, all of your liquidity. So I use it as a little amplification is the best way to say it.
I agree, but the problem that I have is, so I bought LTHM. It's a lithium play. I bought it 2 years ago.
Yes,
beautiful stock, but I got in before people even heard of lithium. I was buying it at 12. I bought it all the way down to 4, so my average cost basis was $5. So I was in at $5 on my average. I started buying at 12, went down to 4, and I bought a lot at 4, and then my cost was just 5. It was fine. But some of my call options that I bought, they weren't long dated enough, so I lost. I'm talking about the ones from 2 years ago. The ones I bought this year are great, or last year are great. But that's my only thing. With my options, I'm too cheap on the duration. I won't go long enough. You know what I mean? Because it's so freaking expensive. That's my problem.
You mentioned that stock, not to interrupt you. I know it well. We're all, I love that. That's a beautiful stock. That and LSE, or, you have the 2 leaders, ALB and SQM. But, there's many times you can have a thesis, a position, and I'll trade around a core position. And a lot of times I'm like, you know what? As much as I believe in this, I'll trade what the market sees, not what I want. I'll take a little short-term loss, and I'll come back like a stock like LAC and LTHM. I've done very well on and off, but there are times I had to take a little loss to come back later when the theme is right. So,
okay,
there's much, I've traded many ways.
So your point is, even though your point was like, okay, you knew lithium was going to be a big thing because batteries, all that stuff.
I mean, if you followed me on Twitter, I've preached lithium since 2012, like all over.
Okay.
But I was too early, like you.
Yeah, so like me. So what your point is, then you don't necessarily hold the stock. Then you wait until the market the trend starts to come. Is what you're saying?
Picks up, right? I learned to, let's say, drop the ego, the idea, and there's trade what you want to see and trade what you see. I mean, there's many ways to, everyone's different. There's no right or wrong, and that's the beauty of what we do. There's so many ways to trade or invest. But yeah, so a lot of times I'll cut down a position, wait, and then, you kind of sort of hear in advance with Biden coming in. And you saw that push in anything electric vehicle, anything mineral related, anything green related, it started, Plug Power was another one, I wouldn't be sitting here on my couch right now if I can held my calls, but when that was a $3-5 stock, I started to load up.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie,
that's early.
That stock hit 15.
That's early. You had that early?
I was gone.
Oh,
and then
God.
So you got to be honest, But here's something else I've learned is it was actually when I bought it at, let's say, 3 or 5, it was much more risky. As it went to 15, 20. And the trend became clear and people found it, it actually became a better trade and a safer stock. So even now in my career later, I'm adapting. I'm like, Blink was another one. You realize as the trend, more goes upwards, it actually becomes a better trade. And you can trade your swings many different ways. And that's what I say. The beauty of what we do is there's so many different ways to invest in your own ideas.
Got it. Okay. No, I love it. That's awesome. I appreciate the sage advice. and let's have you on again. You guys follow Beach Trades on Twitter. And wait, what year did you graduate Michigan, or do you not want to say?
Your brother Brian was my big brother.
So that's what I was gonna. So that's what I was freaking. Wait, that's because I heard you say Brian, but then Luke talked over you, and so I was so confused because I heard you say Brian. I thought you thought Luke's name was Brian, and so that's why I was. So okay, don't hang up yet. Then okay, don't hang up yet. Do me a favor, stay on a little longer. And how long have you been trading for?
Probably since when I got my feet, really since a kid, I've really loved it. It's just been a natural passion. So I've learned and evolved, but probably.
Were you at a hedge fund or anything?
No, I'm just like I've always been kind of to myself, and everyone's different. I kind of enjoy just being under the radar, and you've got offers in life here and there. I just like doing myself. I like answering to me, and that's why I really enjoyed your thing. Like, I just rather stay retail, for lack of a better word. Everyone's different, and you can make money so many different ways. For me, I just like to answer to myself at the end of the day. So, really, kind of since the late '90s, 2000, then the mid kind of 2000s, it took off, and I kind of just always been doing it, and I just try not to. I enjoy it tremendously, so that's a whole different thing, and I try not to overthink it, and I just feel like it's just brain candy to me. I don't know how to say it, but yes, your
love
brother
how you
was an
approach stuff,
unbelievable
Beach.
guy.
If you guys love his approach, throw that one in the chat. I think it's awesome. Both the trading with finding the undiscovered. Yeah, go ahead.
What are you gonna say? Even what?
Everyone has a different approach. You can day trade this and that. Like, I'm still just an idea man, and to me, I try to think not in terms of pennies. I try to think bigger. So I don't want the 20 monitors in front of me. I don't want to micromanage myself, which I have many times. Plug, even LAC at times, out of a position. So I try to just keep it simple. And less is more, and
Wait,
like
your last...
Go ahead.
Wait, your last name starts with a B? B-O-R?
Yes.
Yeah, B-O-R-U-C-H?
Yes, your brother now.
Yes. Yeah, he I think
Small
he's
world,
watching
my
it.
man, right?
Small world. I had no idea. I need to hear the stories now, right?
Let's just say I have something signed by Jalen Rose, but
or Michael Jordan, or Michael
yeah,
Jordan
I mean,
and stuff.
I was a freshman with the Fab Five, so that was just some interesting times.
Oh my God, yeah. I remember my brother went to New Orleans for the Fab Five championship when Chris Webber called the timeout, and he was at that game. And then after the game, when they were in New Orleans, they went to a bar after, and Chris Webber was at the bar, which is like with his head down. So my brother says hello.
You know what? They changed the world. I'll just leave it at that.
The Fab Five, yeah, that's for sure. All right, man. Well, thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on.
And one last question. Sorry, this one keeps getting asked, but
by the way, is so phenomenal. Like for the retail investor, for everyone, and what you're doing, Jason. It's truly, because I was listening to the interview before, and you're truly just the effect you have on many, and this is what I enjoy the most as we age through life. Like, I just consider it like a pay it forward loop, and like you're doing so good for so many, and your alerts and everything. I mean, you're affecting so many lives, and to me, that as you get older, I mean, not to sound corny, that is the wealth. Like, it's just great, and all these new retail investors that are coming along. I mean, it's such a synergistic loop. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, we try. We try.
I'm sweating.
Not easy starting something.
Yeah, I'm hitting a thumbs up on you. We're liking the button. We appreciate. Yeah, Aaron Bry, bring him on more. This guy's good. Follow Beach Trades on Twitter. Appreciate it, man. Talk to you later. Thanks for the advice
appreciate
too.
You.
And let's talk lithium stocks again. I love lithium stocks. So
definitely. I mean, it's like having like Exxon when it first started. But have a good day.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right. So that was Beach Trades. Luke, I don't know if we have someone else next. I'm not sure.
We do not.
Okay, good. And so we got to give a GME update.
Wait. I know I could be mistaken. I could have gotten bad information. Aaron Bry, do we have another guest? Drop it in the chat. I was told no, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, people say I'm the best, Luke. So
I don't believe we have another
All right.
guest.
Well, Chaz says Luke has made me more money than any person I follow.
well,
And I have a soundboard.
Refined Warrior said something nice too. So yeah, they said nice stuff. Yesterday, remember that I got ripped on a little bit. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so we don't have. So we can't with the last guest. We're moving to tomorrow. Let me make sure that I didn't get any word from Twitter. Let me make sure.
All right. Well, you're doing that. I'm gonna hammer a couple other tickers. Good.
Yeah.
All righty. Can I get my screen up, please, producer Rohan? All right, guys. Ticker LOTZ. This is a SPAC trade. This is car lots. It converted over today. It completed the merger yesterday. The stock went live trading today. Not doing a ton for us. This was sort of the catalyst we were waiting on. Is we bought the stock basically right into the ticker change. Sometimes when these has happened, we've seen the stocks move. Because it's not getting hammered today, I'm going to hang out on this one. I'm going to give it a couple more days. Want to see that momentum push it higher. Again, this is more of a swing trade for me than a long-term position. I don't know the company well enough to make it a long-term position. But guys, if you like this one, LOTZ, throw me the quick 1 in the chat. If you don't like it, throw me the 2. We're going to hammer some tickers quick. Next one to look at, I'm seeing a ton in the chat, Palantir PLTR. Pulling that one up on the screen. I am synthetically long Palantir. Let me click over to the portfolio here. All right, come on, GME. But all right, Palantir, scrolling. All right, so Palantir, where are you?
Luke, can I sell some Delta? It's not really moving. Can I just sell some Delta?
I had Delta. I'm still in it.
I know.
But
I'm down points. I'm selling.
Yeah, Palantir, I don't know where it is in the portfolio, but basically I sold puts in Palantir, right? So that made me long the stock by selling the puts. So pretty much squeezed all the juice out of that one. It was $20 puts that I sold the stock. Is reaching up to 30 right now. We see a lot of momentum in this name obviously right now. The way that I like to trade, again, I'm talking trading, not long-term holdings, but trade around some of these momentum things is when the stock is ripping, the momentum is running up, go ahead, let the momentum ride, move your stops up. When the momentum cracks, that's a time for me to get concerned a little bit. So check out this Palantir chart here. We hit that high, we're selling off a little bit. What I want to look for in Palantir is I want to see that stock price. I want to see a green candle that's right up near the high of the day again. Either intraday or into the close. Into the close will be more meaningful for us. But that's what I'm looking at Palantir. And then another rapid fire ticker I'm going to get is PYPL. That's a favorite of mine.
PayPal.
Yep, PayPal. Sorry, that's a favorite of mine. I am long this one, but basically the catalyst that I'm waiting on is for some PayPal earnings results to come out. Let's see if we have the official date yet here. 2-3. February 3rd. I think that PayPal is going to be a beneficiary of the crypto boom that Wall Street isn't looking at. That's why I like this one. I think this is one where the retail investor can get ahead. It realizes the crypto story. It realizes how PayPal is involved with the crypto story. I think that they should put up good numbers and some decent guidance coming out of that. So I am long PayPal, waiting for that February 3rd date. All right.
Whew. I got a couple. So I don't understand why GAN was up $1 today. Now it's down $1. What's going on in the casino? Something happened? Did New York say something out about anything? I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. But GAN, which I own, as you guys know, is down $1, but it was up $1 this morning. What's the word? What do you see on your screens? Anything? Anything with New York?
I've got
anything
nothing
in the
on
chat
GAN.
happening?
Yeah,
Okay.
Chad, if you guys don't know any gambling news that we're missing, go ahead, let us know.
Yeah, I'm seeing that moving. I'm not sure why. Okay, what else do I got? All right, I know you got to go to the.
I got to go to the
next
Power
call,
Hour.
Luke.
Do you guys know that we have two events today? We're not only doing this show, but we actually are running a day-long educational event. We didn't plug it. Okay, I'll admit I was a little bit scared to plug it because I didn't want everybody to flock into it because it is totally education focused, not trading. And I didn't want GME to take over, but I've got to run over and host the second half
Luke,
of that thing.
I got to talk GME right now. So GME is moving in a substantial way, as you probably know, Luke. Oh my God, I have another call. All right. I want no call days. Okay. So GME $58, Luke, was at 71. What is going on, buddy? People are selling it. Circuit breakers. People are selling. What's going on GME?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. If people selling it, yes, they are. I mean, we're just sort of hanging out, right? The price has slowed down a little bit, but both on that way up and on that way down. I promised like 18 times I would explain how a short squeeze works, so I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick. But short squeeze, what does that mean? You hear it, you don't know, it's scary sounding thing. Love the sounds. Okay, so short squeeze. That means that you have a stock, and there's a lot of people who are short the stock, aka betting against it.
Luke, you want me to do it and you go to Power Hour?
No, I've got a little bit of time. Why? You trying to get me off?
Because no, no.
By the way, you
I'm
guys
not
keep
trying to
saying
get you
Power
off.
Hour. It's the boot camp, not Power Hour. You're
Okay.
in Power Hour.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. Good point, producer Rohan. Thank you.
Well, actually, the segment that I'm kicking off is also called the Power Hour. On the boot camp.
Oh, why?
We're doing
Rohan.
rapid fire stock picks with me and a few guests. But okay, short squeeze. But basically, what that means is you have a stock, and there's a lot of people who are betting against the stock. The way that you bet against the stock is by short selling it. The way that short selling works is you go to your broker and you say, I want to borrow 10 shares of your stock, right? You own 10 shares, lend them to me, I'm going to borrow them, right? The person then sells those shares at the market price. They still owe the broker the 10 shares. They don't owe the broker any money. They owe the broker the 10 shares. They hope that the stock price goes down because they've got to buy those 10 shares back on the open market to give them back to their broker. Okay, they owe their broker 10 shares. They need to buy 10 shares. They need to transfer them over to their broker. That's what they're looking at. And so a short squeeze means there's a ton of people who are betting against the stock. That they have borrowed shares where they're betting that this thing is going to go down. And you know, every time that it goes up, you know, the price at which they have to buy back those shares to return to their broker keeps getting higher and higher and higher. They're losing more and more money. And so that's where they get sort of squeezed out is what it's called. Is, you know, the price starts moving against them. They don't want to take up a huge loss, right? You can lose more than 100% when you're short a stock. So they're pressured to buy the shares back, and that just, you know, kicks the price even higher. So in addition to the normal buying that pushes the stock higher, you then have all these people who sold it short that owe their broker shares. They buy the stock up, and that keeps pushing it higher. So there's my definition of a short squeeze. I'm going to sum it up in one sentence. Basically, it means there's a lot of people betting against a stock. They want to stop betting against the stock, and it pushes the price higher. Whew. All right. If anybody has any clarifying questions about that one, go ahead and drop them into the chat. On this GME play, it looks like, yeah, we're getting a little bit of this nice green candle here, some upward momentum again. So you know. We'll see how we close. Again, I'm going to say the same thing for GME that I said for Palantir just a little bit ago, which is what I really like to look for is I like to look for high of days and especially into the close. You know, I love to see where the stock is closing. If it's closing at a low, that's typically a bad sign. If it's closing at a high, it's typically a good sign. That's something I like. Somebody's asking for the short data on GME. Can I show it live? Yes. Here we go. Go into the GameStop page. Scrolling down. I don't hear you, Jason Raznick. All right, I believe that there's still 0 shares available to short on Interactive Brokers. Yes, here it is. All right, I'm zooming us in here. So we had 192,000 shares available to short this morning at 7 a.m. There are 0 shares available to short right now. The interest rate to short the stock is 23% per year. So if you want to borrow the shares from your broker to bet against this thing, you're paying 23% a year. And guys, I'm doing something that I recommend you all do if it's available to you from your broker. Right? I own 100 shares of GME. I am not only making money because the stock is going up, I'm also letting Interactive Brokers lend my shares out, and so I'm getting paid this 23% interest rate because I hold shares. So you can make money. But what? Yes. So Jason is asking, how do you allow that? Do you select the button that says "Let me make money"? I would like that button. All right. Oh God, everybody's saying no, don't do it. All right, whatever. It's 100 shares, guys. Come on now. Yeah, it's a setting. Typically, your brokerage has some sort of setting. You might have to call them. It's just on by default, right?
No,
All
Luke,
of my positions, my broker loads up.
Luke, turn off. Don't lend out your shares, Luke. Okay, Luke, do not lend out your shares. All right, do not. All right, I don't like it. Don't help the shorts. Like, just keep your shares to yourself. Why do you want to lend? Like, for example, I have underwear at home. Do I lend it out to you, Luke? No, I don't. Just because I'm not wearing it today. If I have a shirt, do I lend it out to you and borrow it for 2 days? That's like, I wouldn't do that, Luke.
Well, I would appreciate it if you would sometimes. You know,
yeah, Luke,
share the underwear.
Yeah, no, Luke, no, that's not. Luke was joking, guys. Luke, go in your thing and stop the lending, or I'm going to come over there and steal all your shares, okay? Like, that's it. Follow me on J. If you guys agree with me, with me, press 1. If you agree with Luke, press 2. Let's see.
All right, we'll see.
Let's see. Give me 1 if you agree with me, 2 if you agree with Luke.
All right, whatever. I joined the bandwagon yesterday and loaded up. Let's take a look.
All right, Luke, you lost. Luke, you lost, okay? So, Luke, turn off your lending feature, whatever that is. I've never heard of such a thing. So just turn that off, Luke, okay? Do I have a commitment that you will?
All right, it's going off.
You know how to do it?
Jesus. Holy crap.
Jesus. Luke,
I mean we're getting like all these messages are getting blocked by YouTube.
Luke, I asked you to go to your power hour thing, and you had to stay and cause problems, man. Come on. Like, come on, for Pete's sake. You had a good show, and then Luke is looking for pennies. Luke, listen, I'll buy you lunch today. You know what I mean? I'll buy you lunch. I'll buy you lunch. You don't need to lend anything, okay?
Yes, yes.
Luke, come on. I don't want you lending to anyone. I want you to keep your shares. See, I own shares of Tesla, and they used to shorted it, and I wouldn't lend any of my shares. Because why am I going to help the shorts? Yeah, because you want a short squeeze later? But come on, Luke. Let's go. Hey, whatever, Aaron Thomas, what happened to the slow pace? The chat is going, all right, you guys, I took care of that. Luke isn't lending anything, all right? I took care of it. You guys don't have to yell him. Luke's a nice boy. He's young. He's young. He's learning, okay? He's a young boy. He's learning. And he was joking, okay? He was joking.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, we're off. Okay. All right. So now, Luke, can anyone register for the event or no?
Yes, I believe so. I think it's a free registration still. Let me drop the link in the chat. All right, I'm going to my next power hour again. I'm doing an hour of stock picking in a minute here, not just me. I'm going to throw a few names out there just because I can't help myself. I'll drop the link in the chat.
No emojis. That guy that did emojis. I don't like the emojis. Come on. But
all right, there's the link dropped in the chat. Yeah, it's called the Stock Pick Power Hour. This is my signature event. I do it at all of our boot camps. Again, the boot camps, it's typically 100% education, but I break it out for a day, and we do some rapid fire stock picks. So we're gonna have a handful of panelists on with me. We're just gonna be doing name, reason, and trying to hammer through them.
Okay, now I want to talk to the group. All right, Luke, are you out? Because I got to get you out. You're causing problems today. All right. Yeah, guys, stop. Hey, don't call someone a bro. This guy calls bro. Bro is talking down to someone. I don't like it. Luke's the man. He's always been. He's new in the trading side. I taught him all the trades, so it's all right. Just kidding. He's not laying them out anymore. Luke was trying to make some trades. All right, we got that figured out. But I got something to say. All right, so Benzinga Pro I use for signals and alerts. So you guys may trade GME. I trade a bunch of other stuff. I'm trading, you guys name it. I'm NSPR, IMMR. Here, let me open my portfolio. I'll share it. We'll talk about it. All right, and we'll go back to Luke's the man. Ruel Black, you are right. Manny Herrera, Luke is the man. So all right, work I just hold on to. Salesforce is buying it. TSCRF up 60% since I bought it. Square I trade. Peloton I trade a lot. PSTH, LTHM, and Seago, INSG. That's one of my big ones that I'm trading. DraftKings, DKNG I'm trading. The one that's my third biggest position right now, guys, third biggest position is Penn National. That's PENN. And I know I could just share my chart and share Benzinga Pro, but check PENN. Yeah, guys, slap a like for Luke, all right? Everyone, I like that. Who just said that? That was Aaron Bry. If you love Luke, slap a like, Yeah. Exactly. Slap a like. I got 3. There we go. That's another 8. I want to see another 8 for Luke right now. I don't want Luke leaving on a sad note. Come on. Luke gives it all to here. What happened to Portnoy? Portnoy, they went live casino gaming was today at noon in Detroit. He's at Greektown right now on the live thing. And we will have him on next. Oh, my. Luke is walking. I can see Luke. But look, guys, here's Luke. I'm going to try to do this. Yeah, Luke is handsome. I agree. Look at Luke, guys. They gave you 60 likes, Luke.
All right,
60 likes. Right. Are you there? Luke, 60 likes. So
there we go.
All right. So
happy trading, guys.
Happy trading. All right. So that's the story. So Luke, yeah, they said I love you, Luke. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel. We're at 46.6. Can you guys help us get to 50,000 by the end of the day? And then we'll work even harder to get Ryan Cohen. I mean, I spent 8 hours looking for Ryan Cohen last night. Can you guys get us to 50,000 subscribers on YouTube and help us, get to you? What up with CLSK? So, Chris, yes, I own CLSK. Luke, they said you need a bigger mug. Luke, tell Luke he needs a bigger mug, they said. That's what they said. Okay, so you want to see The Office a little bit, guys? Yeah, we got. No, it's Jerry Seinfeld. We got Jerry Seinfeld. Please hit the subscribe button right now. That's Jerry Seinfeld. Do you guys like Rocky? Rocky, where's Rocky? Adam Sandler's here. Do you guys want to see Adam Sandler? Kathy Wood is confirmed. I have Kathy Wood for an hour or 40-minute interview, but it's not until the end of the month, until February. Hold on. I got wires galore. I got to unplug. 1 second. Hold on. All right, guys. Let's go. You guys ready? ZingerNation, are you out there? I'll take you around real quick, and I'll give you you guys can go talk to some people real quick. All right. I'll buy Luke lunch. Subscribe. Yes, I appreciate it. And we'll talk these stocks. What is GME at right now? And then CLSK, it dropped yesterday. And then today, CLSK is up. Jack's Capital loves CLSK. Loves CLSK. All right. So, Adrian, Rocky. So Jack's Capital loves CLSK, and that is a fact. Oh, this is John G. He's a developer here. John, what's this shirt you're wearing?
It's a Stellar Lumen with a Litecoin in the middle.
Okay. Did you just get to the office?
I've been here for a decent time.
John is one of the developers, but we call him Turtle. You know why? Because he develops like a turtle. Ha ha! John did not like that joke. That's a developer too. By the way, you guys all sign up for benzinga.com/trade-ideas. Aaron Bry, can you put that in the chat? benzinga.com/trade-ideas. If you're listening, please put that up. Here is where Luke's set is. This is the behind the scenes, guys. Now you can see yourselves on the chat. That's producer Rohan. So here he is. CSLK has lawsuits like fleas. No, I mean, CLSK is good. COUV, I'm not, I'm in a little bit of COUV, not big. I don't know it that well. Danny Armada, Kathy Wood is confirmed for March 3rd. It's confirmed. It's already in the calendar. And there we go. So that's the background to this place. And then, yeah, you could see your chats on the big screen there. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what's going on. He's changing are you doing 2 screens, Rohan? Yeah, if you're in Detroit, come stop by the office. That way we can help figure out how to make trading better. I don't know his name. What's your name, sir?
I'm Aaron.
I'm just kidding. That's Aaron. I was just trying to be funny. And those are these guys. Here's the office. Okay. And then that's Labos. He goes by Labos. I don't know this guy's name.
James.
That's James. Okay, I should know his name. That's not cool. And we're in downtown Detroit. Yeah, that's producer Aaron. Yep. benzinga.com/trade-trade ideas. What are you talking about? Aaron, what do you mean? Chris B, what are you talking about?
Well, that was producer Jason. That was producer Aaron Thomas. We have 2 producer Aarons.
That's true, but why is this guy benzinga.com/trade ideas minus and make a link? I don't know why that's so hard. He did make it a link, Chris B. Did he not? All right. So now we got to talk about. You guys are all in for this GME. Do you guys own call options on GME? If you own call options on GME, press 1. If you just own common stock, press 2. But if you own call options on GME, press 1. Here's. So, okay. So most of you guys are owning the stock. Okay, a lot of people owning stock. Why didn't you buy calls? Because they're trading too much? Yeah, I hear you. All right. So what would George do? So I think George, would you buy GME today? Or do you think it's too crazy? George, do you know Ryan Cohen? Can you get Ryan Cohen to come on? Because that's what we need. We're here for Ryan Cohen, and we need him on. So can you call BS? Stop with the stuff and writing crazy stuff. He's not lending out his shares. God, why do people go crazy? Guys, kill people with kindness or don't come in here. Seriously. Like that's just not, I don't do that. Owning call is very bad as they can be. Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. I didn't know you could. So if you own a call, you can lend out the short on that. That's interesting. All right. Hold on, guys. Going one more play. Oh, I need my mask. I don't have my mask. I need a mask. I almost went outside without a mask. Hold on, guys. I was going to take Labos' mask, but okay, I got to, okay. No, I can't do that. All right, so that's it, guys. That's how I trade. I look for long-term fundamental trades. If you're a Benzinga user, go to pro.benzinga.com. If you're looking for an opportunity to help us increase our engagement on our Twitter account, please apply and DM me at Jason Raznick on Twitter. If you're someone that is a developer or web designer or wants to work in business development, please reach out to us at cooljobs@benzinga.com. We're a financial data and content vendor to brokerages. We do these shows for fun to bring trading out there and try to bring information. Like last night was Ryan Cohen and all that stuff. But that's the office, and and that's what we do. It's about, a lot of people are at home because of Corona, social distancing. Hold on. I am not in lots. Chris Brown, should I be in lots the next CarMax? I got to show you guys one thing. Hold on. I'm in COUV, yes. What is GME at right now? Look. Hold on, guys. Guys, look at our digital ticker. This is our digital ticker. That's our sign. Look. This is outside our building. That's ours. Guys, do you like that? That's our digital ticker on the front of our building. Check it out. Oh, so GME is back to 62. Do you guys think GME will get back to 72? If you think GME will get back to 72 today, press 1. So that's our digital ticker outside our office. We're missing 1 pixel on the rocket ticker there. There's Tesla. Can I get Tesla to 900 today? That would be nice. Are you guys in the Rocket Mortgage Super Bowl squares? Okay, keep watching. I got one more surprise for you guys, and I'll leave you guys alone in a minute. Again, follow us on Twitter, Benzinga, and then that's Barstool Sports. When you see it in a second, Barstool Sports. Benzinga welcomes the Barstool Sportsbook to Detroit. That's Dave Portnoy and Big Cat. They should be coming by here soon. And then this is downtown Detroit out here. See? Online gaming went legal today in Detroit. Online gaming went legal today in Detroit. So that's what's going on. Do you like my Weeble mask? Yep, we have offices in Florida too. So location is not a limitation. We have offices in Florida too. But anyway, you guys, it's been awesome hanging out with you guys. Love learning from each other. But you guys, life is short. Keep it kind. Never slam someone with names behind a computer because you wouldn't do it in person. I know everyone's kind, but I saw this one guy with initials BS, and he was a real, I mean, I don't know. Feel bad for people that know him, but like you guys got to kill people with kindness in life. Life is short, and you never know. You don't want to burn bridges ever. And I didn't like when I saw him call you guys names. So you guys are awesome. And I love that it was a lot more silver to I love that it was a lot more civil today. And because we, you know, that's just, it's important. And usually always go up, as Dave Portnoy often says. There we go. All right. Am I back on yet or no? Am I on video? All right. So yeah, you guys, you halted. How's do you think? Yeah, Daniel Link, our IT staff is everything. I mean, I'm not the boss. I really try to enable people. I'm not the boss. Like they can build whatever they want here. I want to build a TV studio that's better than CNBC. If you know how to do that, come to Detroit and spend it this weekend. Yeah, Kaylee, slowing down the chat helped a lot. Aaron Thomas came up with that. That guy, he deserves something for today. That was awesome. And oh, am I off? Oh, I'm live still? Okay. Aaron Thomas deserves that. He put it slow. And then, hey, if you guys get a chance, can you go to our channel, Benzinga, and subscribe on YouTube? And then will you watch? Aaron Thomas did a great video with the CMO of Rocket Mortgage. They spend over $1 billion on marketing a year. We got behind the scenes on Rocket Mortgage right here. You'll see it right now. Right here, Rocket Mortgage. Wait, I got it. Aaron, can you put the video of the Rocket Mortgage interview in the chat, please? Or Aaron, I don't know. There's so many freaking Aarons. Why is Aaron such a popular name? So is Jason. So you guys we appreciate it. Again, if you know any amazing graphic designers, developers, we need them. If you know someone that can make our TikTok better or our Instagram, just hit me on Twitter. My name is Jason Raznick. And please, please, please subscribe to the Benzinga YouTube channel. We're at 46.6. Luke is going to kill me if we don't get to 48,000 by the end of today. And I don't want him, you know, to kill me. So please, please, please. That BS guy is still putting stuff in here. What is up? I don't know what his parents did to the guy. Luke is not lending any shares out. I've already told you that. So anyone with developer or accounting skills, message Jason. I'm an accountant about to be a CPA. Please take over the business world. Yeah, let's take over the business world. Let's go start a new accounting firm. They definitely need a new accounting firms. Accounting firms are, you know, they need to innovate. All right, I gotta go do the business. I gotta go work. And that's it. So love you guys. Thanks for joining us. Please come back Monday. We'll have special guests. Hopefully Dave Portnoy. Luke is teaching on YouTube. Yeah, he's teaching a private class right now. How do you invest in Benzinga? Yeah, send me checks, you know? DM me on Twitter. I'm kind of joking, but you can invest in the Benzinga ETF. I don't know. Oh, Dennis Dick's the man. Absolutely. Triple D's the man. So we love you guys. Thanks for hard work. And thanks for being more civil today. And we'll see you on Monday, or we'll see you this weekend in the boot camp. Peace out. And you can email events@benzinga.com if you have any questions. Subscribe to Benzinga Pro and follow our Twitter, and you can ask us questions there. All right. And we'll keep Luke out of trouble. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the smash. We love you. Zippity doo dah, everyday Papa Vintage. You
guys are all there. Jason Hudnell, Jeff A.K. Tony, Brandon Redell. We love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Peace out.